Hey, what's going on, people of the internet? My name is Kylie and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, December 7th, and I did what I said last night. I went on a pruning excursion and pruned most of this cherry tomato plant in this trellis. Now, I do have two cherry tomato plants, if you recall. One, they're actually both, or no, I actually have three. I have three. Okay, where did I get that from? I have two in the in bloom, and I have one cherry tomato in the trellis unit. I'm like goofing myself. So there's two in the in bloom, one in the trellis unit. However, they're snaking in every which way. So some limbs are over here, some limbs are over there. It's a smorgasbord of limbs going from which way. So what I did was I tried to manage as much as I could. I said I would take off most of the sun leaves, which is what I did. Now, I didn't want to take off too many and leave the plant bare, which some people actually do. So some people will, everyone's got different methods of doing their hydroponic gardening. I saw one person take off all of the sun leaves and left just fruit entirely, which I thought was interesting, but I'm not that advanced yet. So what we're doing is we're slowly trying to figure out the slight problems that I have so far. So I have no issues with producing cherry tomatoes on these tomatoes, and obviously I have no issue with producing these beautiful flowers. However, I think the problem lies with me not adding as many nutrients, because what happens is I only get about 2 to 4 actual tomatoes on a vine, instead of the full vine being, luscious tomatoes. So that is my problem, and that's been my main problem, growing cherry tomatoes and trying to accomplish the perfect vine. So usually I only get about, I think the most I've ever had was maybe 6 in one vine. So the goal is to get a beautiful vine going on all of these tomatoes, and I'm hoping that none of these flowers end up dropping off. And I think the issue, like I said, was a nutrient issue. So I did feed them all last night, and what I did find, I didn't notice that there were as many tomatoes on this plant. Now, there's only like one here, 2 here. The tomatoes are on the vine sparingly. So I'm working on that little issue. Now, as I was looking at my basil plant, I did notice I saw some aphids, you guys. I was like, how in the world are aphids getting in my garden? Well, I like to leave that door open. And so aphids naturally came in. We do have ladybugs that like to go in our courtyard. And so, they made their way in here. So I noticed they were on this Thai chili pepper in particular. They were swarming it, actually. So there was tons of aphids on here. And I did notice there were slight bite marks in some of my leaves too. So I looked down and I noticed there were some, not many, not swarming like they were on this plant, on this pepper plant, but they were there. So what I did was, and this is a really good tip for you guys, is I took some neem oil, right? So this is neem oil, and neem oil helps, helps prevent insects from enjoying your beautiful crops. So what I did was I put neem oil, as well as you need to put a few drops of soap to activate the neem oil, with water. So this is all that I did. I added a very small amount. Obviously it's diluted, and then I just spritzed the plant. And today I see absolutely no aphids, and I did that last night. So I might give it one more spritz. And then also my basil plant, I'm gonna do a little more investigating on the basil plant, but so far from what I saw was no aphids. So that's a really good tip. If you guys ever get little pests in your garden, not that one. That one loves tomatoes. But if you guys get little pests in your garden, go get a spray bottle, get some neem oil, some water, add a little bit of soap in there, dish soap, to activate the neem oil, and spritz this on your plants and you'll be all good. So yeah, that was a little issue that I found last night. But as for anything else, any other updates, I did end up staking this one and kind of tying it a little tighter, the purple basil, just so it's not kind of dangling. But that one's slightly supported. I just love all the gorgeous color. It's just a stunning plant, this purple basil. And then I did obviously assess this other Thai chili pepper plant, but this one is actually fine. No aphids migrated toward it. However, I'm still going to do my due diligence and I'm going to spray all of my plants because I do leave the door open for Astro and Pixie to go in and out. But yeah, that's basically all the updates that I have for you guys today. If I have any more, I will let you know. But I did want to give you guys some tips on that aphid issue, just in case you're dealing with the same. So don't worry, they'll go away. This actually works, so test this out if you haven't already, if you have aphids. And yeah, that's all my updates, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you. Until next time.